Hey guys, welcome to Cake Burger. I'm Steve.
I'm Mike.
I'm Patrick.
And we got a little bonus content for you right now. There's some news broke today. There's a little bit of comic book Hollywood news. I'd be remiss not to strike while the iron's hot and talk about it right now because it's exactly. It's something that comic book news is fisting us with all this goodies right now. Stuff I'm really excited about. Three things in particular. And there's three of us, so it works out pretty good. We got two things of Bat news. And also one thing of Marvel-ish news we'll talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about, which, I mean, obviously we can't contain ourselves. But you know what? Don't contain yourselves either. And like and subscribe to our channel. And hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs down if you don't want to listen to us anymore. And we'll keep on recording out of spite and uploading videos. And remember to subscribe and get notifications for more Cake Burger goodness. Mm-hmm. Guys, you can watch more ghetto videos like this where I'm doing screen caps on my Xbox Live account. And so here we go, Mike. Let's talk about the one that I know you're exploding in your pants over. Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton both in.
As we were recording our last episode, I literally got a text from my friend saying in the new Flash movie that I still don't think is ever going to happen. Is both Ben Affleck and
Michael Keaton
are back reprising their roles as Batman. In my opinion, that these are my two favorite Batman. I know in each movies, aside from the Christopher Nolan movies, that both those Batman have killed people.
Well, here's the thing: Batman is killed in every single iteration of his media, except for the Schumacher movies. Well, that's not true. Yeah. Except for one Schumacher movie, he's even killed in your precious animated series, guys. Your precious perfect Batman. He kills in the Almost Got Him episode. So don't act like Snyder invented killing the murderous Batman.
No kidding.
And these are my two favorite Batman because they're the most, aside from the killing, it's the most comic book accurate Batman that we've ever seen. The Christopher Nolan movies were more of a crime story with Batman in it. I always felt. I'm not saying they sucked. They were great for the time. Though I still think that the third one wasn't that great, but that's another story for another day. We've been hearing news about Flash or Flashpoint movie happening since before the Justice movie was even completed
for years now.
And the reason why I say I don't think it's ever going to be, I've been around before. You guys have known I've been around before.
Oh yeah.
I don't foresee this movie ever happening because they're always going to say this has happened, and they lose a writer, lose a director, and they almost lost Ezra Miller. Well, and with him being a complete scumbag too, we're gonna have a new Flash. Well,
it's possible, but the thing is, Mike, with Michael Keaton being announced, dude, that's gonna put fannies in the seat. If I'm AT&T, I want that movie made.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And with Ben Affleck, are you kidding me? They want him in the HBO series for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Come on, it's happening now.
He is doing reshoots for that. They've already
said
that.
I foresee Ben Affleck being the Batman on the HBO stuff if the Snyder Cut's popular enough. I heard talks of him reprising his role in the HBO Justice League movie. I'm excited about this. I mean, I think Michael Keaton may have signed up for multiple appearances.
That's the word. He had like 5 or something.
I think so. That he's the one that's traveling to multiverse. The multiverse is the head Batman. So that's what I originally heard.
I would love to see Batman 1999 again. I don't care how old he is.
And I would love to see, like me and Steve did a video on this a few months back where we cast our Batman Beyond movie. And we would love for that to take place in the Batman 89 universe. I mean, technically the Schumacher stuff is still a sequel and still in that same universe. So you can have that Batcave, just like in the Batman Beyond cartoon, with all the, Batman villains, gadgets and whatnot. And,
giant dinosaur and a giant penny.
Yeah.
When we see that.
That's definitely the perfect universe to make that movie in.
Yeah, Michael Keaton be so perfect as in the Batman Beyond role right
and
now.
they've been showing the love to Michael Keaton's universe because in that Christ on Infinite Earths
Jesus
thing that went on. I got really excited about that, but then when I saw how bad the CGI and all that stuff was with it, I'm like, eh. But anyways, they showed his universe in that. Well,
one of the first scenes you saw the reporter Knox. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah,
there's definitely love for that Batman, and I hope, and I mean, I know I said I don't think this movie's ever gonna be made, but Patrick, you made a great point that I really do hope this movie comes to fruition because I would love to see him back.
Oh,
and if this movie take place, happen, as long as I get to see Michael Keaton in the Batsuit, no matter what.
Yeah.
And he can get away because he's under the Sony contract, I believe. I know those.
No, not anymore.
Oh, he's not.
Not anymore. In fact, he was doing a private signing, and he wouldn't sign anything from Spider-Man. So it tells me he's done with Marvel.
Well, I don't think he's necessarily done. I mean, he's definitely going to come back as a Vulture. They're building that whole universe. But I don't think he's under the Marvel contract where there's a rumor where the Marvel characters can't.
He's not.
Well, the thing is, people don't, the Spider-Man movies are not Marvel.
Yeah.
He signed. He may have a Sony contract, which I don't think he does. But he's right now. He's in Morbius right now. They're gonna try to make that Sinister Six movie, and they're gonna offer him a bunch of money. So I mean, honestly, my big question about this Flash movie. I wonder if the Flash is gonna be in this Flash movie.
Yeah.
Because all I fucking hear about is Flashpoint and Aquaman and Wonder Woman gonna be do the fight, and then they got Michael Keaton and they got Ben Affleck. I haven't heard one goddamn thing about fucking the Flash in this movie at all.
Well, that's like the reports about Captain Marvel too. They're going to have all these Avengers in there and Mark and Rambo, and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, if you're gonna have it'd be kind of cool if the Flash movie and Michael Keaton just for the next Justice League that they set up, which will eventually happen. You just have Michael Keaton cherry picking alternate reality characters. You get Brandon Roth Superman to come back, and Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton.
No, he already came back.
He was awesome. Brandon Roth, best Superman. And, but you have.
I like Brandon Roth.
He was a good Superman. He just got a bad movie.
Yeah. And
it's a remake of the Christopher Reeve movie, the first Christopher Reeve movie.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. The other Batman news, I guess they're gonna they're showing a full-on trailer for the Batman at DC Fandom this weekend. So I'm pretty
excited. Patrick, I love you. You're a great friend, but I cannot wait to prove you wrong on this. You're dissing on Patterson because you've only seen him in the Twilight movies.
Yeah.
But I'm going to break it down for all you Patterson haters.
Yeah.
Watch any of the movies they've done, and they have been phenomenal. I mean, I wouldn't say phenomenal, but they've been great movies. He has a different side of them that people don't see. And he also hated those Twilight movies. $20 is $20 in Hollywood, if you know what I mean. He's trying to be a big star. And for all you Batman fans, I'm going to break it down for you even more. You have a brooding teenage vampire becoming a brooding adult male of a complex in a batsuit. I think that's a perfect fit.
Well, I'll tell you something, Patrick. I'll throw out a theory to you, Patrick, that may ease your pain a little bit. Maybe a little more optimistic. So far, all they've said is we've cast Robert Pattinson as Batman. He's playing Batman. Not once have they said we've cast Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So WB could be ballsy enough to say, you know what, this isn't even Bruce Wayne. This is Dick Grayson, or this is Tim Drake, or this is Damian Wayne. You never know. I mean, they are.
That's true. That's kind of true. Yeah, I haven't.
Maybe it's Thomas Wayne. Who knows?
They have kind of rolled out the usual suspects as far as villains go. They got Catwoman and Penguin and these guys in there. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm very optimistic. Matt Reeves has not churned out anything bad that I've watched since yet. So I mean, I love the Apes movies. I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. I liked Felicity. And, so, I mean, like,
What was that?
I think he's in good hands. You know what I mean? So we'll see how, like Patrick, not Patrick, Mike said, if you watch Robert Pattinson in any other movie, you'll be like, okay, this guy's got some range. He's not a scene hot. I mean, I watched recently The Lighthouse, which is a fucking weird movie. But,
yeah.
He's pretty great in that though too. And like, you know, a lot of people say he hasn't bulked up. Is there the only Batman that should have been bulked up was the Dark Knight Returns Batman, where he was like a big hunk of like aged muscle. Batman is he's a ninja. He doesn't have to be this big. I don't like body armor Batman. I don't like big hulking Batman. I like an
Well, that came about with the 80s, where Rob Liefeld, everything you had to have muscle upon muscle. That's why the Batman, became too big. Yeah. I mean, God's sakes, he's bigger than Superman sometimes.
The only thing I'm not a fan of the bat suit is just the collar part up here.
That's Jim Lee special.
But
the Jim Lee special.
Well, no,
everyone has the collar.
It looks
it's
very
kind of like it's hard to explain.
It looks very Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah.
And also, if you guys have, I think you guys have both read White Knight, the Sean Gordon Murphy books. The costume looks very much like the Murphyverse. Batman, which I mean, that might be what they're going for. Personally, I'm excited when I heard Matt Reeves talking. He was taking a lot of cues visually from the Adam West show, but kind of updating them more in a more contemporary way. I would love to see a blue and gray Batman. Like a dark. I would love to see that. You know, I mean, I don't think.
Keep out the goofiness of the Adam West shit, because I absolutely hate that Batman.
Well, I love
really?
That
I love that show.
I have 3 dream Batman movies that I'd love to see in my lifetime. Obviously, a Batman Beyond movie. A full on. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do it now because they kind of did it in Snyder a little bit with Ben Affleck. A Dark Knight Returns live action Batman movie, and I'd love to see a Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland do a mockumentary, like kind of like how you ever seen Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
If they do that with the Adam West show, so you have Robert Downey Jr. playing Adam West and Tom Holland playing Burt Ward, and so they basically go the whole they tell the behind the scenes of the show, that kind of thing. But when they do the actual Batman episodes, it's like big budget fucking live action like a Batman movie. I would love to see that movie. We have just here's my pitch, Warner Brothers. Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland walking up the side of a building. Here's my pitch. This is my elevator pitch right there. Dressed as Batman, 60s Batman and Robin.
As much as bash Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man is being Iron Man Jr. I'm not going to get to that, but they have such great chemistry together. Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland. We're
actually getting a Batman Spider-Man crossover on Netflix. We're getting that. I think it's called The Devil All the Time with Robert Pattinson and Tom Holland. So we'll be able to see the real world's finest, Batman and Spider-Man together.
Well, if you really want to see some Marvel stuff, there's a movie that came out last year about Thomas Edison called The Current War.
Oh, yeah.
That has Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Holland in it.
Yeah.
Very good. I recommend it.
Holland's good. I just don't like him as Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland fine, but I'm all set. I don't like what Marvel's idea of Spider-Man is. What current Marvel idea of Spider-Man is. So that's me though. We've discussed at length my issues with the MCU. So
that's another story for another day. That's a rabbit hole you don't want us to go down because.
Perfect segue though. Right now Sony announced that Olivia Wilde is going to be doing a
SpiderWoman
movie. They haven't said what SpiderWoman. I'm guessing Jessica Drew though.
Oh, that'd be cool if they could do her the original look. See, that would work.
Yep. I mean,
they did get the rights to anything Spider on it, so they can do any SpiderWoman, really.
Yeah.
They can do Julie Carpenter. Maybe who knows? Maybe it'd be Mayday Parker. That'd be fucking awesome. I'd like that.
I'd went one up for that. Well, I thought that they had the right to
if it involves Spider at all, they get the rights to it.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought they had the rights to it, but I didn't think they had the rights to Jessica Drew.
No, they do. No,
they do. Okay.
In fact, she was created back in the day just so no one could come up with SpiderWoman.
That's absolutely
comic book.
Same thing with She-Hulk too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if you want to speculate, it can be any. It could be Jessica Drew, Julie Carpenter. You could be bringing Tobey Maguire to come back as Peter Parker for like a Mayday Parker movie. It could be anything, you know. I'm personally hoping for a Jessica Drew movie. To be honest with you.
Well, that would make more sense because she actually had a cartoon back in the day, back in the 80s. I mean, it wasn't very good, but I mean, she had more media exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also benefits Sony because if Sony's trying to start a Spider-Man universe in this Sonyverse, you don't also want to have a Spider-Verse, and we're also going to introduce in the middle of it, or right at the beginning, a multiverse too. You don't want to have Mayday Parker, so you probably want to go the Jessica. But honestly, if they're going to do a multiverse, like it kind of seemed like they were setting up, I mean, you could have Julie Carpenter, who's currently Madam Web in the comics right now. Who, I mean, I remember before Sony was saying they wanted to do like a Madam Web origin story. I would have been down with that. Honestly, I don't even know what the origin of Madam Web is really. So it'd be kind of cool to find out how she got to the point where she is. I don't.
Other than that, in the cartoon, it was voiced by Stan Lee's wife.
Yeah, I don't.
Joanne?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the last episode, Stan Lee goes, "Who is that? A sultry voice I'm hearing."
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, oh, there we go. Olivia Wilde, I'm not really too familiar with her, other than like I said, I seen Booksmart, which I loved. I thought it was hilarious.
Was she in
Tron Legacy? Me and Patrick saw that together.
She's
on Tron Legacy.
Great freaking movie.
What is it?
Yeah.
Me and Patrick years ago, we saw Tron Legacy, and it was a phenomenal movie.
That's
and I was
right.
hoping we get an
excellent movie.
That's another movie they're rebooting with Spider-Verse's Jared Leto, who's playing Morbius. Yeah, I mean, I like Booksmart. I know she's married to Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
For him.
Who if they're doing first of all, we'll go around the horn right now. If they're doing a Spider-Woman movie, what Spider-Woman do you want, and who do you want cast as them?
I think I would want to go with probably Jessica Drew at first, followed by if I had my choice, would be Mayday Parker, but it seemed like she's going to direct and star in it, from what I understood from it.
I don't think she's starring in it at all. No.
Really?
Yeah.
She'd make a good Jessica Drew.
Yeah, she would.
She's getting a little long in the tooth, though. I mean, she's not old, but she's like it's kind of like a Charlize Theron type like deal where it's like I kind of like accept that they need to bring, because if you want to start a franchise with Spider-Girl, you don't want to start with somebody who's in their 40s, pushing 50. You know what I mean?
I mean, they did that with Robert Downer Jr., so he was in his 40s.
Yeah, but he's sitting behind a green screen, and with Spider-Woman, you have a lot of action scenes and that kind of deal. Patrick, who would you like to say? I think unanimously we all want Jessica Drew. I think.
Yeah. But if you're not going to go Olivia Wilde, then I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, she definitely couldn't play Mayday Parker. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Huh?
She couldn't play Mayday Parker.
No.
I mean, obviously,
she would need. It had to be a redhead.
Well, Sony's gonna make up their own story anyway, so maybe they'll have Julie Carpenter in there as Madam Web, and maybe Olivia Wilde will play her, or maybe they'll just do a young Madam Web and Olivia Wilde play her. Me personally, I like to see Mila Kunis as Jessica Drew. I think she'd be good casting for that.
What has she done?
She was in that '70s show. She was in Getting Over Sarah Marshall. She's in a bunch.
You've seen Family Matters.
Oh, yeah, but aren't her and Olivia Wilde roughly the same age? Don't you want someone in their 20s?
Olivia Wilde?
Yeah.
Olivia Wilde.
How old's Olivia Wilde now?
In her 40s.
Okay. How old's the other girl you just said?
Yeah, it's in her 30s.
Early 30s.
Yeah, I mean,
because she was
someone in her 20s,
15 when she first started the 70s.
Yeah, she was 15 when she started. That was in 2000, something like that, 2001.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, I thought she was a little older.
No.
I think Ashton Kutcher just ages her.
Yeah.
Speaking of other, we talked about this in the last episode. My dream, everybody's like, what DC movie would you want? And obviously the picks were Superman or Green Lantern. And I'm like, I had 3 real movies I would love to see DC, and one of them is a Wonder Twins movie with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. with Blip the Monkey.
No. I think, well, for me, Steve, the MC2 universe is kind of like a wet dream for us for that to happen, but I foresee them going with Jessica Drew.
Yeah, they.
exactly what they're doing.
That's the smart money, I think, is going with the most popular
No.
one. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I would much rather see any SpiderWoman over them trying to do like a Black Cat.
Well, I mean, obviously Sony's not afraid to go like deep into, because I mean they've already like mentioned like Silk, they've mentioned Jackpot, Silver Sable. So I mean they're not afraid to go into the down the bench a little bit as far as characters go. So who knows? I mean with Sony, obviously it's it's a little hot and cold with Sony. For every Spider-Man 2, there's an Amazing Spider-Man 2, and so I mean
and there was Amazing Spider-Man 1 to go with it.
So I mean,
listen, I like those Amazing Spider-Man movies. There were things wrong with it. There was too much interaction with Sony to make that movie not great.
I'll say the same thing about the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I'll say about David Ayer's Suicide Squad. They're both shitty movies, but they had the most comics accurate Spider-Man in those movies. If you're going by science, smart, science-based, competent, funny Spider-Man, then that Spider-Man is definitely comics accurate. Suicide Squad. Say what you want about Jared Leto and the other shit show that is the movie. The most comics accurate Batman is in that movie. You have a Batman does not kill, who does detective work and just fucking busts criminals and brings them to jail.
Yeah.
I
didn't have a problem with Suicide Squad. I thought it was fun.
I generally like Suicide Squad. For the most part, I don't care about half those characters, but they kind of made me care about those characters.
I'm lukewarm on Suicide Squad, but I'm also not hashtagging release the Ayer cut either.
Yeah.
That movie goes.
No, I'll take it what they put out. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much all the news we got. I think as far as movie news.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it for us. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. You know the drill. Hit the buttons. Hit all the buttons, and watch more videos.
Up, down, either way.
Sideways.
Mainly up, and just subscribe, because again, like I said, guys, I cry every time I see our subscribers, and
my mom doesn't even like me.
Yeah. And she has to.
I have a gaping hole in my soul that needs to be filled with thumbs ups and subscribers. So help me out here.
Oh,
give me a little frosting on 2020. Come on, guys. Let's all come together. But anyway, guys, it's gonna do it for us. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
All right.
Bye bye.